What's up, everybody? This is Live with No Hippie BBQ. What we're going to be making today is going to be some Famous Dave's barbecue ribs. The ribs I got were on sale at a great price, and they were trimmed up remarkably. They're not whole racks, they're kind of cut in half, but they are trimmed definitely nicely. Anyway, I'm going to bring you guys in so you can see what I'm working with, and then we'll get seasoning them up. What I'm working with, I bought these baby back ribs on sale for $2.79 a pound. I also got a bunch of spare ribs that they had cut down to St. Louis for $1.99 a pound, but we're going to roll with these baby backs today. We have that, we have the Famous Dave rib rub we're going to be using, and then I will be using both sauces just so I can kind of tell the difference. We're using the rich and sassy sauce as well as the sweet and zesty. Now, the reason I bought this was they had two of these on sale if you bought both of them for $3.79, so I thought that was a good deal. So I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and try some Famous Dave ribs. Anyway, I'm going to get seasoning these things. We'll go from there. Now today what I'm going to be using as a binder is just going to be some canola oil. I'm just going to kind of brush that on. As far as our cook goes, we are going to be doing it on the Weber Smokey Mountain. I'm not going to be running any water in that chamber. So here we go. Let's get that on. And feel free to use, you know, mustard. I've actually used some sriracha sauce that turned out really well. So I'm just rolling with oil today. So I'll flip this back over, get the bottom side first. That came out a little bit faster than I thought it was going to. As far as color goes on this rub, I wouldn't say it's the prettiest rub. My favorite looking rub is Killer Hog's rub. This looks a little, I don't know, I can't explain the color. It looks a little light to me, not that beautiful red that you get out of that Killer Hog. So anyway, that's kind of the that's about how much I'm going to rub it down. That's kind of how I have this Weber set up right here. I went ahead and threw just a little small hickory log in there. Other than that, it's just regular old charcoal, nothing special about that. Anyway, I'm going to let this burn down a little bit. So if you notice, there's one here that's a little bit darker. I ran out of that Famous Dave's. Well, I still have a bottle left, but I didn't want to open the other one up, so I'm using a different rub on that, so it's a little bit darker. Anyway, I do have 2 levels. I have 3 more racks of ribs that are below this grate. So anyway, my temperature, I'm going to try to keep it around 275, 280. I'm not expecting this to take longer than 2.5 hours before I wrap, just due to the small size of these. 2.5 hours into this, we've settled at about 250 degrees. Like I said, it is a little bit cold, so it's hard to kind of keep that temp up. So anyway, I think I'm going to let them go for about another hour, maybe even another hour and a half before I actually wrap these and put all the good stuff on it. Got the ribs off of the smoker. Now what I'm going to do, I already have some brown sugar and some butter laid out. I'm going to hit it with some honey. And then I'm going to grab one of these half racks back here. Throw this meat side down. Now I'm going to hit it, I'm going to go with the original on this, but let's hit it with a little bit of barbecue sauce on the bone side. Doesn't need to be exact, it's going to kind of cook down. Now we're going to wrap this. And we're going to cook it. We're going to throw it back on the smoker, meat side down. So the barbecue sauce that's on the top here is going to kind of come down through the rib. What I've started doing is I've started to drain some of this barbecue sauce out of these ribs, and this is going to be our glaze. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for each one of these, and then once I'm done getting them all drained off, we'll glaze them up. Then really it's only about the taste after that. Go ahead and glaze these ribs down. They look good to me. I like this glaze because it's a little thinner. The barbecue sauce, you know, I think, you know, there's a couple of barbecue sauce brands that I would prefer to use. One is Coakley's barbecue sauce. The other one is El Rabbit's barbecue sauce. This to me seems to be a little bit more on the high sugar side. A little thicker than I'd like. So anyway, these are going to be glazed up and sit for a little bit, and it'll be time for the taste test. So here is our final product right here. Now we just need to taste them and see if they taste as good as they look. Glazed down, they've rested a while. Now it's just time to pick one up and take a bite. Now, the first thing I'd like to mention is there's a nice little smoke ring on that. Hopefully I'll be able to get a picture of that. Nice bite. Now, as far as the barbecue sauce goes, I would probably prefer something a little less thick than this Famous Dave's. The rub, I mean, you can taste the rub coming through. It doesn't have the appearance of like some of the other rubs are out there, but you know, I can't complain about the flavors. Anyway, thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.